Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, Sunay Pai, on behalf of the Society for Industrial and Technical Education of Goa and Institute of Maritime Studies, welcome all of you for today's passing out function of the 32 cadets of the graduate entry trainees having completed their 1-year pre-citizen course in marine engineering. At the behest of Director General of Shipping and with the help of Institute of Marine Engineers, India, the Institute of Maritime Studies came into existence in 1997 and the first batch of graduate entry trainees passed out in September 1998. As of today, 22 batches of graduate entry trainees and 19 batches of diploma entry trainees have passed out from this esteemed institute. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have assembled here to witness the passing out of the 32 cadets of the 23rd batch of graduate entry trainees. On this very auspicious occasion, it will be very much appropriate to invoke the blessings of the Almighty before we start the proceedings. I now call upon Cadet Vikas Kumar Bharatbhai Tandil to recite the invocation. Thank you, Cadet Vikas Kumar. That was quite inspiring and motivating. It was a prayer to Lord Ganesh, Goddess Saraswati, Varun, Sun, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, and to the teachers for a successful sea career. Ladies and gentlemen, the Society for Industrial and Technical Education was formed with the purpose of imparting quality technical education in shipbuilding. Training in marine engineering on par with international standards was added to its objectives in 1997. It runs and manages two institutes, the Institute of Shipbuilding Technology and the Institute of Maritime Studies. This unique and dynamic society is presently headed by the chairman, Commodore Nagpal, who is also the chairman and the managing director of Goa Shipyard Limited. Today we have with us Sri Ashok Chougule, past chairman of SciTech. Born in 1948, Sri Chougule did his schooling in Belgaum and subsequently did his BSc in Economics and Statistics from Bristol University in England. Thereafter, he went to do business studies in USA from Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland. Having had various responsibilities in the Chougule Group, presently Sri Chougule is the Joint Managing Director of Chougule and Company Private Limited. He is in charge of the shipbuilding activity of the group. Sri Chougule has been associated with the Vishwa Hindu Parishad since 1990, which has been promoted by the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. He is the Vice President of the VHP. He is also active with the promotional activities of the VHP, having written quite a few essays projecting the ideology of Hindutva and its relevance to the society. Now I request Sri Ashok Chougule to welcome this gathering, please.
I hope I am audible to.
Yes, sir. Very much, sir.
Thank you very much. We are meeting here in special circumstances. Partly to like and partly to probably going to be the positioning of the two guys. I welcome the chief guest, Captain S. Srivastava, CEO, Co-Management, the Suntech Co-Management, for this passing out parade of the critical batch of the 22 GME cadets. I welcome our guest of honors, Sri Uday Purohit, President, Institute of Maritime Marine Engineers, Sri Suresh Kumar Singh, President and Resident Technical Superintendent, Marcus India, Captain Nilesh Kumar, Managing Quality and Training, Scorpio Marine Management, and Captain Rohan Satish, Manager Woodward Marine Services Private Limited. In addition of the invitees, parents who are online and cadets of the degree and diploma courses of IIS. The batch of GME had commenced their training on 1st 1/12/2019 and had to leave the training due to the lockdown. They rejoined the practical training on 17 March. They completed the practical training toiling at 12 hours a day from Monday to Saturday as permitted by the GCA. Of the 34 projects, 9 are placed with esteemed shipping companies. They will leave the hostel after returning for the campus for more than 4 months. There has been a long journey, a long voyage, sailing at slow speed. They were looked after well by the INS and the catering staff maintaining the SOPs and the best lab. I'm happy to note that none of the cadets had any health issues during this period. We need the support to place 15 cadets out of the diploma cadets on board ships. They were well trained due to the days at INS. Also, the 23 GMA cadets who are passing on today are pleased. All the shipping companies have faith in our training, even in the pandemic times. The whole world has gone through a most difficult 18 months due to the pandemic caused by the COVID-19 virus. Even now it seems that there is no clear method to effectively handle the situation to be able to lead the pre-2020 normal life personally and professionally. Of course, what should be done is to reduce the serious health crisis that existed during the number of cases were high. For this, there is a need for all of us to take the vaccination as soon as one is able to do. I know the availability is a constraint, and that is not a surprise, given the large population of India, as well as a number of countries who do not have effective access to vaccines. At the same time, it is the responsibility of each one of us to not fall prey to the anti-vaccination program that some are indulging in. I have personally taken both the doses as soon as I was available. I would request all of you to do this. I wish the connects the best for the future. Remember the teaching at INS and be in touch if there are not making anything as well. The INS team will always be pleased to interact and support you as well as to guide you in your future career. Thank you all and thank you for listening to this.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to give awards to the meritorious and deserving graduate entry cadets who have excelled in various fields of academics and practical training. For this honorable moment, I now request our director, Sri Deepak Shah sir, to do the honors. To begin with, we have the prize for the best technical presentation. This PowerPoint technical presentation was prepared and delivered entirely by the cadets themselves. Prize worth ₹4,000 is for the winner team and is sponsored by the Institute of Marine Engineers. And the prize worth ₹2,000 is for the runners-up team, and this prize is sponsored by Chowgale Shipyard Limited. The prize winners were decided by the members of Goa branch of IME. The runners-up for the technical presentation on the subject freshwater generators, principles, working, line diagrams, parts and functions is Cadet Shivam Singh. Technical presentation was presented by a group of 4 cadets, and 3 cadets from this group were awarded a prize during the first batch of this 90G. The winners for the technical presentation on the subject properties and characteristics of fuel and lubricants are Cadet Harsh Kumar Tandel. Stereo BMS. Two cadets from this group, Cadet Anwar Dias and Cadet Sagar Mitri, were awarded prizes during the first batch. The prize consisting of a check for ₹5,000 for the best performance in upload practical work is awarded to the cadet who has performed exceptionally well during practical training. This prize is sponsored by Institute of Maritime Studies and is awarded to Cadet Kalyamurthy Nivas. The prize consisting of a check for ₹3,000 is for the best performance in workshop practice. This prize is awarded to the cadet who has performed exceptionally well in basic workshop practicals consisting of machine shop, fitting shop, welding and gas cutting. This prize is sponsored by Institute of Maritime Studies and is awarded to Cadet Vikas Kumar Tandel.
और एक चालू कर दिया 2 लाख चल रहा है जस्ट ये अगर देख नहीं रहे तो
Next, the prize for the most proficient senior cadet captain. This prize is awarded to senior cadet captain who has shown exemplary officer-like behavior during the training and has excellent record of discipline, attitude and initiative. The prize consisting of a check for Rs 5,000 is sponsored by Institute of Maritime Studies and prize goes to cadet Upendran Adarsh. Congratulations to all the prize winners. Other prizes were awarded to cadets of the same batch passed out in March 2021. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now give passing out certificates to the graduate entry cadets. Among have all been anxiously waiting for last 1 year. In this 1 year, total of 32 cadets have truly worked hard in all fields and have left no stone unturned to ensure they are all part of this honorable moment. So now I have the pleasure of calling on Sri Deepak Shah, Director IMS, to hand over the passing of certificates and mementos to our graduate entry cadets. Cadet Vaibhav Bhangotra. Cadet Shivam Singh. Cadet Kunal Kishore Devre. Cadet Gurjit Singh. Cadet Prasad Perikamana Govindan. Cadet Ayush Mathur. Cadet Pratibhav Dhansuklal Tandel. Cadet Vishal Maurya. Cadet Abhishek Sharma. Cadet Patharo Ramdas Shevade. Cadet Parjot Singh. Cadet Nagbhushan Reddy Mohanty Satya. Thank you, sir. Now I request Sri Ajay Tanbekar, Deputy Director IMS, to give the remaining prize certificates. Cadet Mayank Manoj Shirodkar. Cadet Kavish Kumar Vijay Kumar Morkar.
पाइप से पकड़ के मोड़ना है तो ठीक तरफ से तो यहाँ से नहीं मोड़ेंगे हाँ अभी ठीक है
Cadet Shivam Singh. Cadet Sagar Kumar Prakash Bhai Tandel. Cadet Kalyanmurthy Nivas. Cadet Janmejay Achelal Gupta. Cadet Vikas Kumar Bharat Bhai Tandel. Cadet Arvindan Krishna Prapanch. Cadet Upendran Adarsh. Cadet Harsh Kumar Purushottam Bhai Tandel. Cadet Stenio Viegas. Cadet Ayush Sharma. Pushtikana Balana Charan. And Cadet Carson Mario Pereira. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. The Institute of Marine Engineers is a body of professional marine engineers. Their involvement and guidance in establishing this institute in 1997 is mainly responsible for laying a very strong foundation. The whole planning for conduct of this course, including course program, was done by them. The decision to rotate the trainees in various work centers to take maximum advantage of each workshop, shipyard and cargo terminals is paying rich dividends today. Our association with Institute of Marine Engineers has been further strengthened by IME conducting the final examinations, both written and orals, for all the batches. IME is also sponsoring prizes for the best all-round student and best technical presentation. All our students are members of the institute and look forward to active participation in the affairs of the institute in future. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure to introduce to you Sri Uday Purohit, President IMEI. Sri Uday Purohit is an alumni of the Marine Engineering College, DMET Kolkata of the 1977-81 batch. Mr. Purohit completed his certificates of competency, both Class 2 and Class 1 from UK. He is a chartered engineer. After a seafaring career spanning over 15 years, Sri Uday founded his company Neptune's Power Plant Services Private Limited. His background of being a hands-on marine engineer has been at the forefront of Neptune's providing customized and operator-friendly engineering solutions to industry, marine and oil and gas sectors. He focuses on bringing cutting-edge technology to machinery maintenance and believes that there is always a better way to maintain machines. His company has consistently been recognized as a leading SME at various industry forums. Sri Uday is passionate about technology and how it can be used to make machines more reliable. He is a widely respected thought leader in the field of machine health monitoring and condition-based maintenance practices. He is a popular speaker at industry associations such as CII and at centers of excellence at some of India's largest manufacturing conglomerates. As a thought leader, Sri Uday delivers educative seminars to CXOs, plant aides and maintenance aides on effective maintenance methods for eliminating equipment breakdowns and downtime. In 2018, he had the honor of being invited to deliver white paper analysis at the Golden Jubilee celebration of the Indian Navy's diesel testing and tuning team, where he spoke of how he and his team designed and commissioned the world's first multi-engine, multi-brand dyno test cell for the Kenyan Navy. Sri Uday currently serves as the President of the Institute of Marine Engineers, a learned body of 10,000 plus marine engineers. Previously, he served as the editor of the MER from 2013 to 2015, HGS and Vice President of IME from 2015-17 and 2017-19. His focus as President is to start the digital transformation of the IME. He is widely traveled, an avid reader and very passionate about his work. Now I have the pleasure of requesting Sri Uday Purohit to address this gathering, please. Please unmute, sir.
I think the first thing I need to do is ask my secretary to cut down on this introduction. Thank you very much. Shri Ashok Chaugule Sahib, Captain Sanjay Srivastava, our chief guest today, the guests of honor, Shri Deepak Shah, Director, IMS Goa, my friend Ajay Tambekar, Deputy Director, faculty, students and all the parents who are watching this function online, greetings to you. As President of the IMEI, I am very pleased to be here. I've returned, it gives me great joy to return to this campus as often as I can. And congratulations to each one of you who are passing out today. Cadets, you already know what a VUCA world we are living in. Volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. Who can tell you more about this? You joined in 2019. You should have passed out. You should have been sailing by now. Instead, late in the year or two, 2021, we are distributing your passing out certificates. COVID came, COVID hit us all. We still don't know where it will take us to. But I think, if anything, the fact that you've been able to pass out, complete your education, by itself is something that you need to be grateful about. So, to those of you who have got a job, I believe 9 of you have been placed. Congratulations. Please seize this opportunity with both your hands. Please make sure that you work hard, you study hard, and you create a name for yourself and for this institute when you're out at sea. For a moment, forget your social media, forget your cell phones. If you don't carry one on board, I think the master would be the happiest person, your chief engineer would be the happiest person. But having said that, that is something that you need to focus on. To those who haven't got a job as yet, please don't be disheartened. You'll soon get your turn. And in the larger picture of life, these few months that you're not going to be placed hardly makes a difference. But what I'm going to tell you is something that I passionately believe in. Starting tomorrow morning, please don't waste a single moment of your time. Get to work. Do any job. Be it a shipyard, be it a small workshop, be it a mechanic's garage, get to real work. Put in your heart and soul. Doesn't matter what you get paid. What will matter is what skills, aptitude and attitude you can put together in these formative years. I'm pretty sure that there is work for everybody. I'm not using the term job because job is normally associated with a salary, etc. I'm saying there is work for everybody. Please don't miss this opportunity. Please don't sit at home and while you're applying to companies, etc., get your hands dirty. It will stand you in good stead as you progress in life. The other thing that I keep telling students is how technology is going to affect this world. Technology is already affecting ships, shipping, ports, and the entire logistics and transportation industry in such a big way. What you learned at IMS this last year has only taught you how to be a logical thinker. Most of your syllabus, by the time you get on board, possibly is outdated. And that's not a statement of the institute, or that's not a judgment of the institute, but that's a judgment, or that's the reality of how fast this world is changing today. So you need to be alive to what's happening around you. Remember, the focus is technology. The marine engineer, somebody like me who went out to sea in 1981, would be a complete misfit if I went out to sea today in an autonomous, ultra-modern, first-class vessel. And so to bridge this gap, there's only one way ahead, and that is to constantly adapt, learn, unlearn, learn, unlearn, and learn. That is the cycle that you need to go through always. But today, that's enough of advice to you. Please sit back, enjoy this day. Your graduation day is a landmark in your life. Enjoy the moment. Be grateful for what you have received. Be grateful to your parents, to your teachers, to your faculty who put in their heart and soul to train you. And have a blast this evening. Cadets, my very best wishes to you. God bless you. And I hope you have a very safe happy, and a very fruitful sailing career. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind advice to the passing out cadets. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure to introduce to you Sri Suresh Singh, Resident Superintendent, Mrs. Wells India Technical Services Private Limited. Having finished his higher secondary from Kendriya Vidyalaya, Kolaba in 1985 with the intention of pursuing career in Merchant Navy, he joined Naval Dockyard Apprentice School, a 3 years course duration, 1985 to 1988, training program as diesel trade mechanic. Upon successful completion of apprenticeship and ITI examination, he was appointed in Naval Dockyard Shipyard in diesel workshop as a skilled workforce, where he gained experience on various engine and ancillary equipment for 3 years until he cleared his MEO to partake. He got his first breakthrough with Orient Ship Management as junior engineer in September 1991 on a core bulk oil carrier. As the career progressed, upon completing required sea time and clearing MEO exams, he joined Wells Steamship Canada in 1996 as third engineer and remained committed and settled with the company's good safety culture and work atmosphere. With due hardship, loyalty, sincerity, and good work ethics, he was promoted to chief engineer in 2003 and served on various tankers and attending dry docking during his course, fulfilling all obligations and maintaining a good track record. In 2014, he was assigned as Resident Technical Superintendent in Mumbai office, overlooking senior officers briefing before joining the vessel, as well as coordinating with training superintendent for value-added courses for sailing staff during their vacation period based on good industry practice and TMSA requirements. Apart from training and briefing, he was responsible for day-to-day technical management, support and logistics to the vessel, keeping abreast with all regulatory requirements, maintaining classification and statutory survey status, and ensuring all trading certificates are valid. He has interest in various sports like football, basketball, cricket, swimming, and track events. Now I request Sri Suresh Singh to address this gathering, please.
Thank you, Mr. Anand, and all the guest of honors, Mr. Deepak Shah and Mr. Ajay Tambekar for giving this opportunity. And it's been a pleasure to be here, to attend and address such a great talent here, especially what I heard from Mr. Purohit sir. And this is the first time I think Mr. listened to you, and it was a really, a good speech. I'm very motivated to all the new cadets who have been passing out from here. Yeah, even for me, I think there's nothing a much great sea career, but definitely there was a good hardship here. Yeah, so definitely it was great day and pleasure to be here with attending this event with all the talented people and with other candidates and cadets who will be passing out. With all this effort and hardship put in this since 2019 and passing out in 2021. There's nothing, for the cadets, don't be disheartened in case you have been delayed in passing out, because this is a journey you have to take as in step by step what you get. Even we have been facing a lot of issues with the crew changing and everything, and with this pandemic, there's nothing we can do. So you have to be patient, just enjoy, like what Mr. Purohit said, you enjoy your day, graduation day, have a big blast in the evening, and thank to God and say, okay, you're now in the professional line. So you're always going to get an opportunity sooner or later. So don't get disheartened. Yeah. So all the parents, and congratulations and to you and your sons who has been successfully graduated from your IMS Goa. It's a very good institute, and definitely they have put a lot of efforts in organizing the thing, and even in the pandemic, what they have done here is a great effort from them. Yeah, it's a big round of applause to everybody has been attending to this visuals even earlier also during the last induction for the placement interviews. They're very well organized, and definitely I keep looking for things to keep coming up like this. Thank you all. All the best once again. Be blessed, all the kids, and hopefully we'll see one day on the ship on our company itself. Yeah? All the best. Yeah?
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure to introduce to you Captain Nilesh Kawal, Manager Quality and Training, Mr. Scorpio Marine Management, India Private Limited. Captain Nilesh Kawal sailed on oil and chemical tankers in various ranks till master from 2000 to 2013. He is a DNV certified auditor for integrated systems, participated in vessel and office audits based on ISO, ISM, and TMSA. He is a DNV certified incident investigator, participated in high-level incident investigation within Scorpio fleet, which resulted in procedural changes. He is Swedish Academy certified soft skill trainer and have been involved in implementing Shell PIS program with the Scorpio fleet. From July 2014 to August 2015, he was a technical document controller in Mox Drilling. He was in charge of reviews of manual and plans for drill rigs and drill ships in consultation with OIM and classification societies. From August 2015 to August 2017, he worked in Scorpio Marine Management India Private Limited as Senior Training Manager and later promoted as Manager Quality and Training. His responsibility includes training of 3,000 plus seafarers and 350 plus shore employees. This involves coordinating with 3 manning offices and 3 group offices around the globe. His quality responsibilities include external navigation audits for a fleet of tankers and bulk carriers, helping prepare to TMSA and preparing management reviews for the senior management. I now request Captain Nilesh Kawal to address the gathering, please.
Thank you, Mr. Anand. Am I audible? Okay. Thank you, dear students, parents. Congratulations, Deepak sir, Ajay sir. As usual, job well done. In spite of the pandemic, IMS has made sure that quality education, which IMS is known for, has been imparted to the cadets, and that is something which IMS can be really proud of. Scorpio has been associated with IMS for now almost 6 years. We started working with the late Mr. Asthana, God bless his soul, and now the baton has been passed to Mr. Deepak, which is, I think, the shoes are very nicely filled. I think Mr. Uday Purohit has actually summed the whole evening very well. There's nothing for us to say, like Suresh said. We cannot add too much to what already Uday has pointed out. But like he said, it's very important to be in the moment. It's very you can be. I have been in training now for some time, and I see that when people are searching for a job, when the cadets are searching for a job, they stop learning at that time. And at that particular moment of time, there's only one thing which is in your mind, that I should get a job, I should get a job. But we stop skilling ourselves. So that one fine day, that one job opportunity or that one interview comes up, you fall really short of that in that interview because you have not been practicing. So that is something by experience, I will tell you, it might be difficult to get a job, but don't lose focus on your skill, you're upskilling yourself, knowing your theories, knowing your practices very well, because that one fine day when that opportunity will arrive, you should be, ready to take it with both your hands. So that is the only advice I will give you. Rest, once you go on board, I think there are very good people on board who will mentor you, who will nurture you, and make you into a very good engineering officers for the whole Indian fleet and Indian populated fleet, I would say. So again, all the best, students and parents. A job well done, IMS Goa. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure to introduce to you Captain Rohan Sabnis, Manager, Mr. Goodwood Marine Services Private Limited. Captain Rohan Sabnis has done BSc Nautical Science from BITS Pilani. He is a trainer for Swedish Club Academy for facilitating marine resource management training. He is an internal auditor for American Bureau of Shipping. He is a trainer for JRC, Transys, Furino Actis, and Transys Bridge Simulator course. He is a trainer for Wellness at Sea, Sailor Society, UK. He has experience in fleet personnel operations, recruitments, training and development of officers, vessel repairs and dry docking and internal audits. He is an experienced, qualified and strategic thinker with 20 years of experience in marine industry. He has sailed on different kinds of vessels such as VLCCs, Suezmaxes, Aframaxes, OBOs, gas carriers, ethylene carriers, chemical tankers, and FPSOs. He is a member representative of the Board of Governing Council of Sir Muhammad Yusuf Simeon Welfare Foundation and also serves as a member of the Advisory Board of Skill Development Center for Marine Cadets, AMET University, and Advisory Board member of HIMT College. Now I request Captain Rohan Sabnis to address this gathering, please. Sir, please unmute, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Deepak Shah, Director, IMS Goa, Mr. Ajay, Captain Srivastava, Shri Uday Purohit, Sir Shri Suresh Kumar Singh, Captain Kamal, and of course, all the faculty members sitting out there, as well as my dear cadets. I'm honored to be present for this passing out parade of IMS Goa 23rd batch of GME cadets, and thank you for inviting me for this milestone event. I'm sure that every one of you, the cadets sitting out there in the audience, have big dreams and aspirations in your career. During your campus training, I'm sure you have strived hard, all of you, to cover the entire syllabus, and thanks to the COVID, it has taken a longer time for you to, learn or cover up things. But let me tell you one thing, guys. What is important is not what you covered in the syllabus, but what you have discovered and rediscovered, which are going to make an impact on your lives forever. Learning is not about covering syllabus, it's about discovering and rediscovering things for yourself, for your life. Goodwood has been a part of my life since its establishment in 2008. Since then, I have been training and guiding cadets on the ships as well as ashore in my career. I'm very proud to say that some of my cadets are today, who we trained in 2008, have become already masters and chief engineers. As said above, today's times are not very, very pleasant for the seafarers' point of view. There is a lot of surplus, a lot of cadets, junior officers in the market. The jobs are lesser. However, I always feel that when you have such adversity in the market, adversity always brings opportunities. And it is very important for each and every one to grasp that opportunity, to make use of that opportunity. And that can be done by upgrading your skills, certification, and specialization today. As Shri Uday Purohit ji said in his speech, that make use of the time which is there for learning something. Find work, not a job, but find work. It could be keeping yourself occupied with anything that gives you pleasure, that makes you more updated, that develops your skills. The three most important things which I want to highlight to every cadet sitting out there in the audience, these three things are: you must have the 3 Ds always with you. The number one is direction, the second one is determination, and the third one is dedication. All right. I find the cadets today very, very disoriented when it comes to sense of direction. If they go on the right direction, proper planning, if they are self-organized, then I think they are on the right track. But sometimes they lack motivation and they lack inspiration. I also see today people have drawn their own comfort zones and they don't want to explore outside this area, because in this comfort zone, they are very, very comfortable and cozy. Because of that, when you bring these cadets out of these comfort zones, they panic. However, let me tell you one thing, that once you get out of that comfort zone and when you explore the outside area, let it pain. But when you do that, it is going to expand your horizon and it is going to expand your knowledge. So always have that foresight and always explore outside your own comfort zones. The celebrated inventor said one thing, genius, this is Thomas Edison's statement I want to say, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Basically, what does it mean? It means that there is no substitute for hard work in the life. I mean, hard work is essential in life for real success and fulfillment. I think you must always be filled with a deep sense of inspiration and commitment to make the difference in your life. All geniuses are inspired by this desire, and that is how they enrich their lives. So I will also, advise you that you must work hard, whether it is now when you guys are at home, whether it is when you join your ships, and of course on board the ships and in your careers. You must always find your inspiration. You must always be inspired. And there are different people, different ways to find your own inspirations. Some people fall back on their mentors. Some people, I'm sure every cadet will have a mentor in the campus. But then now there is going to be a disconnect with the campus after you pass out. So it is very, very important now to find your inspiration in life. I see one more thing which is lacking today is people don't want to read. I mean, read books. This time of yours that you have at home, I would suggest you should read self-help books. You should read the books which will inspire you to be better than who you are. You should attend public lectures. You should spend time with the people who are passionate about whatever they are doing. It need not be people who are in the merchant navy. It could be anybody around you who is just very super passionate about what he does. By spending time with such people, it is going to enrich your own life, and you're going to get a lot of inspiration from this. One important guidance I want to give every one of you is because I was inspired and guided by somebody in my career, and that is self-organization. I think everybody, all of you there, should focus on self-organization. You must, organize yourself in your daily work, in your daily, routines. And once you're organized, you will find that your efficiency of time management, efficiency of your work, efficiency of your quality of life, everything will improve, and everything will keep on escalating. And this particular self-organization is a very, very important tool on board, which is going to help you become a good trainer, or a good trainee on the ship. It is going to help you improve your quality of life. It is going to give you a positive attitude. And one day your career, your work will then become your obsession. It will become your passion. So please make sure that you work on your self-organization skills. Also, there's one more thing which I want to mention to you is determination. All right, the determination has to be a part of life for everyone. Sometimes people decide to be determined, decide to be dedicated, and within the first few days or first few weeks, they give up. Why they give up? Because as they say, it takes 21 working days to form a new habit. And unfortunately, people do not give it 21 days for a new habit, a good habit to form. So please give that 21 days of time. And let me tell you, when you cross those 21 days of time, you will be on the autopilot and you will keep going up and escalating. Like, everybody knows when the rocket takes off or lifts off from the surface of the earth. I think Jeff Bezos has just taken a flight into space just recently, a couple of days back. So you've seen his flight. When it takes off, it lifts off. It takes a lot of fuel for liftoff until he reaches the edge of the atmosphere. And after that, go further up. It doesn't take much energy, much effort, much fuel. So, forming a good habit is just like that, So work on your good habits, work on your good skills, and sky's the limit. Today, when it comes to GMEs, or for that matter, any cadetship, it's for of course for Goodwood. We do 18 months of sea time. GMEs do 18 months of sea time in the company. And I think even 18 months of sea time is a very, very short time to learn everything on board the ship. So training and assessment, self-assessment on board is a continuous process. It's a way of life, and it has to be monitored every day by yourself. Of course, your seniors will be there to guide you, but your own training and assessment has to be monitored by yourself. Always remember, our jobs on the ship, they are very, very operational jobs. A small error in our work can lead to very, very big consequences, and the damages can be huge. So always make sure that you learn, you always gain knowledge, and always try to be an efficient operator. Always work with safety in your mind, always. Training on board should be balanced, and progress, of course, should be all around. Okay, all round, all skills, soft skills, technical skills, hard skills, everything must be developed all around. All right. So with that, I think I'm going to conclude this conversation. I would have been happy to be there in the campus and talk to you guys personally. Such conversations are best when you interact with each other. I would love to visit IMS Goa campus very soon and interact with the cadets in the campus itself. However, till then, I wish all of you all the very best. I think with the 3 Ds that I mentioned to you, direction, determination, and dedication, they are the key to success. And once you have all these things under control, sky's the limit, guys. So thank you very much. And I wish all of you all the very best in your careers and in your life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind advice and encouragement to the passing out cadets. The graduate cadets have spent 1 year. It's a very crucial time for them because from here onwards, they embark upon a career they always dreamed of. I am sure the cadets would like to share with us some of their experiences at the institute. For this purpose, I call upon Cadet Carson Pereira to speak on behalf of the cadets of 23rd graduate entry batch who are going to pass out today. Cadet Carson.
Respected Chief Guest, Captain Sanjay Srivastava, CEO, Messrs. Suntech Crew Management India Private Limited. Respected Guest of Honor, Sri Uday Purohit, President, Institute of Marine Engineers India. Sri Suresh Kumar Singh, Technical Superintendent, Messrs. Wales India Technical Services Private Limited. Captain Nilesh Kawal, Manager, Quality and Training, Messrs. Scorpio Marine Management India Private Limited. Captain Rohan Sabnis, Manager, Messrs. Goodwood Marine Services Private Limited. Respected Sri Ashok V. Chokule, Past Chairman, Society for Industrial and Technical Education of Goa. Respected Sri Deepak Shah, Director, Institute of Maritime Studies, deputy directors, distinguished guests, parents, faculty, and staff of IMS, and my dear colleagues, a very good afternoon to all. During our training, we have been made to move harder, push further than we could have possibly imagined. Each time we thought that we had reached our limits. However, from within arose new grit and resolve. On this, despite this exhaustion, we repeatedly found ourselves refreshed and enthusiastic for another round of tasks at IMS. Such moments have proved the quote, hard work kills none, so never cow down from working harder. On this journey from a graduate engineer to our dream of sailing over the high seas as a marine engineer, we were the few fortunate ones who made it to IMS. Today, as we take our next step, we walk into our dreams. Also, today we stand where generations of Indian seafarers set out before us with their toil and zeal. They carved an honorable and elite niche in the seafaring community. The mantle of the noble reputation that they established now belongs to us to bear and pass on to the future generations to come. I would like to share a noteworthy highlight. We 32 cadets have the unique and dubious distinction of being the longest ever trained graduate marine engineers batch in the history of IMS. During this long tenure, we have faced numerous inconveniences and difficulties of all sorts, physical, emotional, and mental to say the least. We have actually endured grave hazards unknown to any human before due to the COVID pandemic. On March 17, 2020, after just 3 months of routine training of classes, exams, work centers, offload centers, very suddenly we were asked to pack up and leave for the safety of our homes with immediate effect. We left amused, but we hoped for the best. What was unveiled in due course was unimaginable. The global pandemic forced the longest lockdown in the world. There was utter confusion and panic everywhere. However, the faculty at IMS, under the able and experienced stewardship of our director, Sri Deepak Shah, steadied the rocking boat of our life and training. They spared no effort and took the training and delivered it right to us within our homes via the new virtual classrooms with professionalism and positivity. Thus, our time in the lockdown was utilized fruitfully and the loss minimized. In short, our training ship MV IMS turned around quickly and resumed its course full steam ahead. We put in our best efforts to keep pace with IMS in new challenging methods and formats. We had our classes on Google, our faculty on camera, sketches on Bitmap or MS Paint, some teaching material on YouTube explained by our dynamic staff, which was a very novel and exuberating experience. We were treated to new developments every step of the way to continuously improvise, and we began to like the learning experience. However, there was an amusing irony to it. Before the COVID lockdown, we avoided the cell phones to training to prevent distraction, and now we had to attend the entire training on the cell phone with full attention. I would like to share another coincidence. We returned back from online to offline training on 17th March 2021, exactly 365 days or 1 year after we stepped out of the campus due to the COVID virus. Immediately, the wardens took countless measures for our protection and safety while we were in strict quarantine. The IMS administration ensured medical personnel was on standby to address any emergencies when necessary, and the catering staff have nourished us with healthy food ranging from North to South Indian cuisines and provided us with whatever we were craving. The staff altogether has handled the complex situation deftly, giving us tremendous courage and confidence to accomplish the challenges. During the pandemic time, the Institute has actually added to its inventory new simulators, trainers, working models of certain systems, and virtual reality equipment to train us better than anticipated. In addition, there were guest lectures taken by captains and sailing chief engineers in order to clear our doubts and give us additional information. To gain time, our practical training was scheduled for 12 hours daily. We all believe that this has helped us to be better prepared for the long working hours on ship. We are also sure that the 4 months of continuous quarantine or bio bubble not only protected us from the virus at hand, but also prepared us mentally for the long voyages and our life at sea. We thought our training would be affected due to the pandemic, but IMS has pulled all strings to ensure we ended up better trained to do our jobs and live on a ship. So, on behalf of the 19 GME batch, I would like to thank our director, deputy director, training team, the instructors and wardens, and the support staff at IMS for their work and effort to prepare us for our journey. There is one other group of people who have been with us every step of the way, even if not literally, our families, loved ones, and close friends. And it's fabulous to have a great many of you watching us online today. So, in drawing to a close, today is a new beginning for us with the seven seas and the world our stage. But for IMS, it is the continuation of their unbroken training and just another day. The core aim of IMS being knowledge, competence, and discipline. We are proud to state that with the constant support, guidance, and assistance of the staff, we step out of IMS with all the three ingrained in us. I know that each of you have made your families proud today and will have every opportunity to make our college proud in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Cadet Carson. Now I have the pleasure to introduce to you Captain Sanjay Srivastav, CEO, Crew Management, Messrs. Suntech Crew Management India Private Limited, and chief guest of today's function. He was trained at Great Eastern Maritime Training Center, TS Jawahar, and then joined GESCO as a cadet in 1983. He served on product tankers, OBOs, and general cargo vessels. Subsequently, after Chief Mate's examination, he joined Peter Smedvik Tankers Norway, mainly on Aframax, VLCCs, and Suezmax tankers. Having served as master for 3 years with them and Ugland Grimstad, Norway, he moved ashore in 1994 in SDS Shipping Corporation as marine manager and was soon promoted to general manager after 6 months. He subsequently joined Pratibha Shipping and FPPL, a new startup between Norwegian, British, and Indian entity as CEO, general manager. He joined Sail India Group in 1997 as partner and executive director, and in due course was then the global CEO and MD. The group expanded into various shipping alternatives and facets such as ship management, crew management, ship agents with offices around the cities and ports in India, logistics arm. The group was among the leading companies among its competitors around the globe. After the Sail India Group is sold to the Edsen Group, company listed in Oslo, Norway Stock Exchange, with offices around the world in 2007, he was retained by them as CEO MD and then in tandem with his Indian partners repurchased the Edsen Ship Management, Crew Management Training in 2010 with offices in India, Singapore, East Europe and Russia. Then in 2016, the Sail India Group is sold to V Group and subsequently after being acquired, he was heading the merger between the companies and took charge in V Group as Global CEO of Sail India Group and Managing Director of V Group India. After the merger, in the spirit of entrepreneurship, he decided to end his relationship with V Group around June 2019 and became a part of the Suntech Group in December 2019, which was formed by his partners in May 2019. He was on garden leave till December 2019 from V Group after parting from them in June 2019. He has been a director with FOSMA for several years till June 2019 and was chairman of FOSMA for 3 years. In the past, he received Entrepreneur of the Year award on 2 occasions. He is a regular speaker on shipping-related topics at various international and domestic conferences and forums. He has headed several transformation projects at SAIL India and V Group. Now, I request Captain Sanjay Srivastav to address the passing out cadets and the gathering, please.
Thank you. It's my privilege and my honor to be here today to address the distinguished faculty, the esteemed guests of honor, proud parents, patient guests, and most importantly, the IMS class of 2021. Today is a day of unbridled celebration, and it marks a distinct and impressive achievement for your class. So everyone, please join me in giving our warmest congratulations to this class of 2021. When the director, Deepak Shah, invited me to be the chief guest, besides being humble, I was excited speaking to people who are way younger and way cooler than I am. I immediately said I could do that because I do that every day in my office and honestly enjoy being surrounded by young people, except when they rub it onto me, Sanjay, what was it like being in college without the internet or worse? When they say, Sanjay, can you come here? We need to see what old people are going to think of this application. So as I stand here before you, I'm both nervous, very nervous, and excited. I can see the reflection of your self in my eyes. I can feel your desire, and I can feel your yearning to excel. And on a lighter note, I can feel it that you want to exit this place faster than sound. Seriously, believe me, this is one memory you will cherish and treasure for the rest of your life. So it's your time now to salute your educators at IMS. Gentlemen, before I cut to the chase, let's take a moment today to once again thank the very beautiful people who brought each one of you into this world. They gave you love, pushed you to find your niche, kept awake for your exams, gave you curd with rice and sugar, and before you left for the exams and took your late night calls for the money you begged for, and then quickly that you spent it on wine and women. So let's give a very special round of applause for them and thank them for spending their lifetime preparing you for the world's deepest challenges. In the same way, let me once again applaud the graduates of the 23rd GME batch, and for those of you who have graduated with distinctions, well done, great job. And as I like to tell the rest of the students, you will be a chief guest or a commencement speaker at some time just like me. Nothing to worry, there's hope for us too. Now cutting to the chase, let me share a small story with you. Gentlemen, in the 18th century, it was claimed that a disease spread across entire Europe and eventually made it to America. It was called the puerperal fever, and also got famous with the name Black Death of Childbed. Basically, the story was that women were giving birth and would die within 48 hours after giving birth. This was the ravage of Europe, and it spread through the US, and it got worse as time passed by. And over a course of century, in some hospitals, believe me, the rate of death of women giving birth was as high as 70%. This was the Renaissance time, right? This was the time of data and science. The world had thrown away things like mysticism and tradition. They were all men of science. These were doctors. So they wanted to study this and find scientific reasons for the cause of death. So naturally, they got studying. They would spend hours every day studying the corpses of women who died giving birth. And in the morning, they would conduct autopsies. And in the afternoon, they would then go and deliver more babies. And it was somewhere in the mid-1800s that Dr. Oliver Holmes, who was a son of the Supreme Justice of US, realized that all these doctors conducting autopsies in the morning were not washing their hands before delivering the babies in the afternoon. He then pointed it out and said, we are the problem. The key word here is, we are the problem. Believe me, they ignored him and called him crazy for 30 years, as we always do when somebody points out our mistakes. Until someone finally accepted that if they finally simply wash their hands, this challenge would be resolved. And that's exactly what happened. When doctors started sterilizing their instruments and washing their hands, the Black Death of childbed disappeared. So what is the lesson here? The lesson here is, we are the problem. We still see this today across all professions and professionals who possibly are way smarter than the rest of us until things crumble and collapse. Then they blame everything else except themselves. Point here is, cadets, accountability. This is the first lesson I would like you to learn before you step on a ship. You may take all the credit for the things you go to do it right, as long as you take the responsibility for the things you do wrong. It has to be a balanced equation. Remember, please remember, leadership is about integrity, honesty, and accountability. And these are all components of trust. You will appreciate that spending time learning the basics of getting it right is of absolute importance. To get the bigger picture into the frame, it is of absolute importance that you have your basics absolutely perfect. You need to know your basics so good that when you attempt a problem, then you know where you have to start. To be the best in your position is something you will always strive for. But you can only achieve it if you have a plan, a schedule, and above all, an inquisitive mind to not only know how you're going to do it, but most important and more important, why are you doing it? Being foolish at some time or any time in your life is not a worrisome thing. We've all been there. But if you're foolish at the start, where you are today, you're bound to be a great learner and enhance your accomplishments. And then you're going to realize that when you made all those mistakes, and that's fine, everybody makes mistakes. You should make mistakes. That's how you learn. But that's when you will realize that you were not victims of the situation, you were the architects of it. Today, each one of you has to make some deep commitments to yourself. The main thing being that you will make every effort under the sun to excel at every task you undertake. And for this, you may need to cut the umbilical cord from your parents, sacrifice your time with friends and girlfriends, miss marriages and family, take such decisions, that taking such decisions is a tough call. Yes, absolutely. It's always tough, because who wouldn't want to have fun? Who wouldn't want to be with their parents? But remember, Arjun only saw the eye of the fish and nothing else. So powerful and focused was his gaze and concentration. Guys, you should know I was certainly much less prepared than you are today for the marketplace. So my honest, friendly advice to you is, get busy. Don't wait for inspiration and passion to find you. Get up, get out, and explore. You have to find it yourself. And once you find it, grab it with both hands. Because remember one thing very, very clearly. Lightning rarely strikes twice in the same place. Remember, despite your deepest commitments, you will fail at some point. And there's nothing wrong. You will fall down, absolutely. Believe me, the world does not care. World does not care how many times you have fallen down. As long it's one fewer than the number of times you get back up. You know Mr. Tendulkar, the Sachin, the great Sachin. He scored a number of low scores. If you're a Sachin fan, I know you'd like to get after me, but he did, right? But he never looked up to see if he had hit a six. Do you know that? This is something Sachin confessed. He said he could feel it. So if you miss the target, get back up and shoot again, and this time much higher. Remember, your work is going to fill a large part of your life. Yes, I mean, all of us. I mean, you have such senior people, such illustrious people in this place, and you know, the respected Chogle sir is there, and you can ask him how much time did he have with his family. You can ask Uday how much time did he have with his family. So remember, work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied and be successful at it is to learn to enjoy it. So do not settle for less, because let me tell you honestly, your time is limited. So guys, my only friendly advice, as I always say, is aim high, aim big. As I'm coming towards the end, let me share something very nice, which my father shared with me when I was joining my first vessel with Great Eastern. The fact was, I didn't understand it even then. But today, or maybe a couple of decades back, when I understood it, I thought this was something I would like to share with some of my younger friends, and like you are here today. He told me something very nice. He says, never be a bhakt and never attempt to emulate anyone, no matter how exceptional or celebrated he may be. Honestly, guys, as I told you, I didn't understand this, what he meant by. Because we all have this habit of trying to be, when we like somebody, to be somebody else. You know, or like to copy his style, or maybe people try to be like Amitabh Bachchan or Shah Rukh Khan, or try to bat like Sachin Tendulkar, or now like Virat Kohli. No, it's not possible. You will not have another Virat Kohli. You will not have another Sachin Tendulkar. You will definitely not have another Sehwag. So let's be honest here, that you have to be yourself. So as I said, I did attempt myself, despite knowing that I was running the wrong course. I did attempt, but honestly, I missed that mark in 1,000 different ways. But the point is this: it is our failure to become our perceived ideal that ultimately defines us and makes us unique. It's not easy, but if you accept your misfortune and handle it right, your perceived failure can be a catalyst for profound reinvention. And now I wish you joy and happiness and success. I wish you great roof over your head and someone in your life who will care about you more than you care about yourself. Believe me, a strong mind can carry a weak body, but a weak mind may be not successful in carrying a strong body. So my only request is stay foolish, stay hungry, and go for it. Thank you very much, and all the best.
Thank you, sir, for your kind advice to the passing out cadets. It is now time to thank all those who have contributed for the success of this batch and also the success of this function. For this, I invite Sri Deepak Shah, Director, Institute of Maritime Studies, to propose the vote of thanks.
Our chief guest, Captain Sanjay Srivastav, our past chairman, Sri Ashok Chogle, our guests of honor, Sri Uday Purohit, Sri Suresh Kumar Singh, Captain Nilesh Kawal, and Captain Rohan Sabnis. Thank you for attending this function. Captain Srivastav brilliantly told us how he liked to be with the youngster. He read out a very nice story which indirectly told us which direction we need to go. Plan, schedule, and have an inquisitive mind. Get busy, get up and explore. And the most important, enjoy what you do. Shri Uday Purohit mentioned that work hard, study hard, and of course make a name for yourself. Don't worry about social media, one of the things which we always tell. Don't be disheartened with yourself and don't waste a single moment. Sri Suresh Kumar Singh with all his experience, gave a nice information. Don't get disheartened. Be patient, which is very important of today's day. And of course, enjoy the day. Captain Nilesh appreciated what IMS did. He mentioned twice, a job well done. Be in the moment, searching for a job, keep learning. Keep skilling and upskilling, which he mentioned and which leads to continuous practice. Captain Rohan Sabnis gave a more motivating speech. Have big dreams, have ambitions. Not what you have covered, but what you discovered and rediscovered. The challenges are many, and adversity brings opportunity. He told upgrading our skills, finding work, and updating makes a difference. Direction, determination, and dedication. These are the key words which he told we need to use. Give 21 days time for everything to happen. Please make sure it happens. The 4 months training was completed with the dedication of our workshop and afloat staff. I appreciate their efforts. Every cadet passing out today has committed to build his knowledge, competence, and discipline in the last 127 days that they have been here. They will surely do well in the future. Their training included welding, fitting, machining, overhauling of marine machinery, and electrical, electronics, and automation. They had the opportunity to be involved with the boiler simulator, navigation panel trainer, battery charger trainer, fire detection and alarm system trainer, and of course the alarm, annunciator, and sensor trainers. The new virtual reality trainer was there where they learned the engine room of a ship, of an oil tanker. Periodical doubt clearing sessions were held with them, which were very fruitful. The cadets were involved with tracing of lines, understanding the layout of ships, watching the videos of overhauling machinery, and of course, online classes on Sundays by senior expert faculty, giving the cadets an edge for their future. IMS, with its view on continual improvement in training, has already invested in trainers for cargo oil pump turbine, purifier, oily water separator of 15 ppm, inert gas generator, and LTHT cooling system trainers. These will be added in our training center by the early next month. This gives a great learning experience for the cadets. I thank all the shipping companies for supporting us during this pandemic. Chairman Sir, Governing Council, Managing Committee, and the Monitoring Committee members have always supported and upgraded IMS training. Our ex-directors have always been guiding us. Thank you, sirs. The discipline and SOPs were well maintained by Deputy Director and OIC, Sri Ajay Tambekar, who was assisted by the wardens. The catering staff maintained quality and variety of food for the cadets, and the housekeeping staff maintained the hostel neat and clean, and even developed a vegetable garden. Our IMS team members involved for the live telecast of this program, Sri Anand Kumar, Sri Heston, Akash Chaudhary, Pratik, Gaurish, and our compeer, Sunay Pai, thank you for your efforts. I thank the parents of the cadets for having faith in IMS team in the last 4 months. I assure you that IMS has improved the nature and thoughts of your son. Congratulations to each one of IMS staff who have excelled in practical training and online classes. We aim to appreciate and recognize the sincere efforts done by some of our team members. Teaching AK Motor and MEP with novel ideas online and looking after our newly purchased virtual reality equipment and being a very positive team member, I request Sri Ajay Tambekar to felicitate our lecturer, Sri Heston Dias. The practical training conducted in the electrical lab has been well planned. His experience of being an electrical officer on board ship has helped the cadets to understand the electrical trainers very easily. I request Sri Ajay Tambekar to felicitate Sri Rohidas Vengankar. The continued improvement of our marine workshop by setting up a bilge piping system, fuel oil transfer system and bunkering system has been even more practical approach and understanding for the cadets. Being busy with this development in the IMS float even during the pandemic was a day-to-day effort of Sri Francisco Fernandez. I request Sri Fernandez. I thank all the invitees, parents, ex-students, present students, and well-wishers for joining this passing out function live on Facebook. A fine invocation by Cadet Vikas and a smart speech by Cadet Qasim are well appreciated. Cadets, you have been trained to be without shore leave for the last 4 months at IMS. Our teaching should always remain fresh in your mind. All our esteemed guests today have imparted many ideas and thoughts for your future. Remember those thoughts and keep them in memory and be in touch with IMS. Your commitment to the IMS motto shall always see you progress and you will succeed in your career. Thank you, God bless and stay safe.
Thank you, sir. Well, this brings us to the end of this function. I now request everyone to stand up for national anthem. Cadet Vikas.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल चलगी तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all.